Fearless, relentless, talented. Those are the attributes of Lewis Hamilton. He is widely considered one of this generation's most skilled race car drivers and one of the sport's most successful drivers. Let's take a look at Lewis Hamilton's illustrious career and hear what F1 bosses have to say about the 7-time driver champion in the Formula One racing series. Let's get started. For a younger Lewis Hamilton, the idea of winning a Formula One race, let alone 103 of them, would have been little more than a pipe dream. But he did just that. Winning a Formula One title, let alone 7, would have been an unimaginable achievement for a 22-year-old Lewis Hamilton who had his F1 debut with McLaren. At age 10, Hamilton and ambitious Carter met Ron Dennis, the boss of the championship-winning McLaren F1 team, and told him he would one day drive one of McLaren's cars. McLaren and then engine suppliers Mercedes gave him their full support throughout his illustrious junior career, which began when he was just 13 years old. In 2007, after winning back-to-back championships in Formula 3 and GP2, McLaren gave their longtime protege a seat in the Formula One Drivers' Championship. Partnered by Alonso, the reigning 2-time champion at the time, and the presumed new face of Formula One since Schumacher had retired, this appeared to be a challenging test for the young British driver. However, to everyone's surprise, he had a stunning rookie season. He cruelly missed out on an incredible debut title to Kimi Raikkonen by just 1 point. 12 months later, and in typically dramatic style in Brazil, the moment arrived. Hamilton sealed his maiden title at the last corner on the last lap in the last race of the year. He continued to rack up victories, accumulating a total of 21 with McLaren, but he could not secure a second title with the team. The team could not give him a car that was quick enough to rival Sebastian Vettel, and Hamilton watched with resentment as Vettel won 4 titles in a Red Bull that was superior to the McLaren machinery he was driving. By this time, Hamilton had severed managerial connections with his father and considered quitting the sport after a string of losses left him feeling disheartened by his performance. He then made the brave decision to join Mercedes. It is often said that drivers learn the most about themselves and improve during their years in difficult circumstances and cars. And that can certainly be said for Hamilton in the period from his first championship to his eventual McLaren exit. We saw some of the most exhilarating drives of Hamilton's career. Take his overtake-packed 2011 Chinese GP, but also plenty of errors and petulant Sundays, and he finished no higher than 4th in the championship in 2009, 10, 11, and 12. You're enjoying this video, right? You definitely don't want to miss out on other amazing videos. So all you have to do is hit the subscription button. It's that easy. Thanks for doing that. Let's move on. His move to the Silver Arrows served as the forerunner to Hamilton's virtually remarkable success, in which he has won 6 of the last 8 championships. He went on to become the most recognizable F1 driver since Michael Schumacher won 5 straight championships with Ferrari at the turn of the century. Hamilton met his nemesis in the form of his old karting teammate Nico Rosberg. Hamilton won his 2nd and 3rd titles in 2014 and 2015, and his teammate Rosberg broke the streak by winning the F1 title in 2016. And possibly out of fear that he would never again be able to achieve such great heights, the German driver retired only days after his victory in 2016, denying Hamilton the chance of revenge. Instead of exacting his revenge on the German, he would take it out on another German. As of this point, Vettel had decided to leave Red Bull in favor of the enticement of Ferrari. The matchup between these two drivers was supposed to be a mouth-watering cocktail because they were the generation's 2 most decorated drivers. However, it was Hamilton who stole the show. Due to the fact that Rosberg's replacement, Valtteri Bottas, was no match for Hamilton, it seemed certain that Hamilton would achieve further glory. And just like in 2017, 18, and 19, the Briton was again declared the crowned king of the world of F1 in 2020 with 3 races to spare. He couldn't claim his 8th world title after controversially losing to Verstappen in the last race of the season in Abu Dhabi. No doubt, he has had a successful and decorated career. Let's take a look at what some F1 bosses have to say about Lewis Hamilton. Toto Wolff, the principal of the Mercedes team, is of the opinion that 7-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton will not be appreciated for how good he is until he stops racing. Wolff has overseen all of Hamilton's success at Mercedes and believes the Briton is on the same level as Michael Schumacher, the most successful driver in F1 history. Wolff said, "Lewis, in my opinion, along with Michael, are the best we have ever seen. We're only going to realize when he retires one day. We tend to never acknowledge somebody's great performance while it happens. We are always full of the types of people who retire or die, but they are never saying, 'This guy is really unbelievable. We're alive to witness an exceptional performer.' I think we should recognize that while we are still racing." Wolff has nothing but praise for Hamilton. He went on to say, "The way he has developed as a human is exceptional. He's become a strong pillar of winning with the team, which is rather unusual for a driver. Your driver is more complaining about the team than praising, and he praises. We have an environment of brutal honesty with each other. So if things go wrong, we go into the meeting and we say, that was wrong, and that was wrong. That has allowed us to perform better, and he has a perfect attitude." While Toto Wolff adorns and loves the legendary Hamilton, Jost Capito, Williams' team principal, doesn't feel the same about the 7-time world champion. After Hamilton saw his record 8th championship title slip away from him on the closing lap of the 2021 Abu Dhabi GP, there were many rumours and suspicions about Lewis Hamilton's future in the sport. As a direct result of this, a number of rumours began spreading that claimed Hamilton would announce his retirement before the start of the 2022 campaign. As the rumour mill became increasingly active, a select group of F1 personalities began to weigh in with their perspectives on the matter. Toto Wolff, Mohammed Ben Sulayem, and Zak Brown all admitted that the likelihood of Lewis Hamilton withdrawing from Formula One racing competition was sadly quite high. The Mercedes F1 boss specifically stated it would be a shame for the entire Formula One community to lose a renowned driver like Hamilton due to the FIA's poor decisions on the track. Nevertheless, in the midst of such an enormous amount of support from influential people, Jost Capito, the CEO and the team principal of Williams, expressed a somewhat contradictory opinion. He said, "I don't care about it. I don't really care if he drives or not." Furthermore, Capito questioned why Hamilton is still enthusiastic about racing, despite having won 7 world championships and held a seat in Formula One for over a decade. Instead, he was of the opinion that Hamilton should leave the sport at the earliest time possible because there are too many outstanding young drivers who are hungry for a chance to prove themselves. Capito said, "It doesn't matter at all, really doesn't matter. It's always said that there aren't enough places for young drivers. And then I think if someone has been world champion 7 times, he's actually done enough and could make room for a boy. Why not?" Even though Jost Capito is of the opinion that there is no reason for Lewis Hamilton to continue competing in the sport, the F1 CEO believes that the British driver is still a significant asset to the Formula One competition. After much speculation on Hamilton's likely retirement, on February 5th, he uploaded a picture to his Instagram and Twitter account with the caption, "I've been gone, now I'm back." His social accounts had been inactive since the day before the Abu Dhabi finale. The F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali saw Hamilton's break of silence on social media as a ray of positivity. He was happy that Hamilton wasn't retiring from the sport before the 2022 season. Domenicali said, "From what I know and what I see, I saw the last picture of Lewis with a light of positivity on his face and his gesture. I think that is important because Lewis is an incredible asset, not only for our sport, but for the world. And Lewis, he has in front of him a possibility to be, for the 8th time, a world champion." Explaining the importance of the Briton in the sport, Domenicali acknowledged his presence as a sports person and unique personality with a lot to contribute to the world at large. He added, "I'm pretty sure that he's totally focused on this objective because this year there will be so many new things, so many new variables, and that will allow these champions to be so attractive. I'm sure that he's totally dedicated to make sure that he can really have his chance to be the 8th time world champion." Now over to you. What's your thought about Lewis Hamilton? Let me know in the comments section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.